thoughts are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight.
There we go. Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. My computer is doing my head in today. But we are here for the weekly review show of Matchday 4 of the Premier League. It's been an interesting one. Some interesting results. Obviously, one of them is still going on now, which is Burnley versus Everton, or Everton versus Burnley, and Everton 0-0 up there. But yeah, Sean Dyche, he knows how to win games. Not the greatest start for Rafa, especially if he's losing games at Goodison. I mean, that's not going to go down too well. Mustafa says Liverpool are a dusted club. Vel says, oh my God, Vel, shut up, Vel, Sean. Also, you say handsome and intelligent. You must be talking about someone else. But no, I'm joined by Kenny, Vel, Sean, and Max. How are we all doing, guys?
I'm good.
Excellent. Everyone is fucking speechless today. Love to see that. Love to see that. Yep. But we'll start off straight away. We'll get straight into it, and we'll talk about Tottenham going to Crystal Palace and Patrick Burton not losing to Tottenham, nor would he ever want to. This was embarrassing. I watched the game, right, and well, I watched most of it. I woke up a bit late, but. I thought Spurs were absolutely fucking shocking. If I'm being completely honest, I mean, the fact that Harry Kane didn't get a touch of the ball, I think for the fact that Harry Kane didn't even get a touch of the ball in the Palace box, just suggests to me exactly how bad this game was. It was in my opinion absolutely abysmal from Spurs, and they didn't really change much, and you could see it after about 20, 30, 40 minutes, and Nuno still didn't change anything. Then, obviously, Tanganga having his little issue with Zaha. Look, it was a coming together, really, but it was nothing major. Getting a yellow card for that, and then straight in front of the referee, just decided to lunge in for a tackle and get none of the ball. Obviously, after that, you 10 men, and I think that really spurred on the Palace crowd. You could see Spurs sort of getting into it, really enjoying it. Well, the Palace fans were getting into it, really enjoying it, which I think gave Palace a boost. And then Osman Edouard signing from Celtic, what a fucking debut. What a fucking debut he had. With his second touch of the ball, puts into the back of the net. And then obviously his second goal comes a bit later on. It was an interesting game. I thought Vieira really dealt with it quite well. It is somewhat derby is I think a class of derby, but it apparently is. Obviously, also it was weird to see 3 fucking DMs and wings. So I thought that was very strange. I mean, I don't know where your creativity is coming from. I know you had Dele Alli further forward, but it was a weird one. Mustafa says, Valvishwan, change your profile picture as big. Chance of me pulling Rihanna in a cold night and Stoke them Bellingham going to Liverpool. Dylan says, Vel, nice tash, Velv. Ravi says Spurs were so bad, 3 DMs, who does that? Yeah, I mean, new plays with 0 DMs. Works quite well. Dylan says Spurs are bigger though they have a better stadium. Everton losing 1-0 to Burnley, love to see it. The whole Spurs team was bad. But Kenny, I'll get your thoughts on it first. Spurs, look, they were on 1-1 now. But Spurs, I mean, Nuno, they were all sort of gassing him up, saying he's having a great season, you know, being absolutely fantastic, top of the league and all that, and stop the count now, crap like that. What did you make of this performance? Because from what I could see, it was abysmal. But to be fair, Spurs haven't looked good all season. Right? They've got extremely lucky with some decisions. Like you obviously, they beat City, or City was shit. They beat Wolves, and they beat Watford, but all 1-0. I mean, they certainly haven't looked great in the season. How the fuck Nuno got manager of the month? I fucking beside myself. But Kenny, thoughts on the game?
Well, I think it clearly showed that Tottenham were just a false storm. They were never going to get any. I mean, I've seen people put them top 5 in the league, which is crazy after 3 games, 1-0 wins, lucky 1-0 wins. And the likes of Watford, and this just exposed them. They had 2 shots all game, 1 shot on target. Palace deserved the win thoroughly. They were absolutely amazing. They were much, much better than Spurs. Spurs did not turn up. They couldn't get the ball to Harry Kane. They couldn't get the ball forward. And as I think it was Ravi that said it, they played 3 DMs. They played 3 DMs. It baffles me. It baffles me. But Nuno Espirito Santos, he's not a bad guy anymore. He's a very, very defensive manager. So yeah, I mean, they played awfully. And to be honest, it was always going to happen. It was either going to happen the meltdown for Spurs this week or when they face Chelsea, or you were either going to start this week or next week. And then it's happened this week. And Palace have utterly battered them.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Valve, what about you? Talk to me about Palace, though, because we can all talk about how shit Spurs were, but I don't think enough credit's been given to Patrick Vieira and Palace, because I thought they were absolutely brilliant for large parts of the game. They were a dominant team. I also thought Conor Gallagher had an absolute super game.
This is why I put Conor Gallagher in a very, very good signing. He's been very, very good for Crystal Palace. I think got the assist, got one of the penalty. He's been very, very good. I thought Zaha was brilliant going at Emerson. Felt bad for Emerson in that game, but it was decent.
Yeah. Max, talk to me about Edouard moving down south, down to a Premier League, down to London. On his debut, 2 goals. Probably couldn't ask for a better start. And Benteke's probably just realised that he's now on the bench for the foreseeable.
Yeah, I noticed Odson Edouard. He's been a good player at Celtic as well. And what a day he'd start his career off at Palace. There was good passing play between him and the front 3, which I quite like to see. Obviously, he's not... well, never mind. I was about to say not as talented as Benteke. Benteke is still shit, but still. But it was... Zaha, obviously, was supposed to be the man to focus on, really. But they took their eyes off Edouard, and Edouard's just gone and like, okay, so you're going to take your eyes off me? Okay, see you later. I'm off to score 2 goals. He's done brilliantly, and I can't see Benteke getting another game unless it's in the cup, because Edouard, big ups to you, and also Patrick Vieira, well done for. I think that's it. Is that his first win as Palace manager? So congratulations to Palace. You thoroughly deserved it. And Spurs, you're only just better than Arsenal at this point.
No, I think it's too early. Like, I'll give him until December to see how they do. The 3 DMs is quite. Here's the thing: they don't have anyone else in the bench.
I can't wait to rip the shit out of Arsenal right now.
Yeah, I know. They only have Ndombele, but Ndombele literally at the end of the transfer window disrespected Spurs, and I can't blame him because Spurs are shit. But like, Nuno couldn't do anything about the midfield, and the worry about this is the defense. They have talented centre backs, but who's leading the back line? Eric Dyer. if having Eric Dyer leading your back line, because bear this in mind, it was a young. You got Tanganga who's 20, Emerson 21, Regulon 23, and you got Dyer who's the most experienced one out of there. Having Dyer as your leader, it's not good. So they need to find that proper centre back partnership that they'll continue with for the rest of the season, because you can't see Dyer in that defence as Spurs leader.
Well,
Like,
yeah, the thing is that domination.
One
from
player
Spurs.
from one. Yeah, but one centre back that looked quite good for Spurs, and you know, maybe it could be his time to shine. I thought Roden had a good game. I thought Roden had a decent game. I thought he looked composed. Obviously, I know he came on for Dyer, didn't he? Because Dyer came off
Yeah.
injured. But I thought Rondon had a great game. I thought he looked really composed. He looked calm on the ball. Sort of everything you want from a centre back. Maybe it's his time to shine. Maybe you could see a back two of Joe Roden, Tanganga. Obviously, you got Romero around there as well. So maybe it's time that Nuno, maybe even, you know, drop Dyer or put him into DM and play Roden or and Romero, or Tanganga and Romero. I do think Tanganga is a good centre back, but clearly, you know, the occasion got to him a little bit, and I think he just needs, you know, that to still be eased in. Obviously, he wasn't really played under Mourinho, was he? So he still needs that time to adjust for me and to get that time. But more importantly, he learned from his fucking mistakes. You don't want to be doing that again.
that was too funny, man. Man called him a pussy. That was too funny.
Yeah. Some comments here.
Wait, 3-1.
Right,
It's
so
3-1
Lanzy's
Everton.
giving us
Oh, jeez.
reasons. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my days.
So Lanzy says, opening day 2015-16, Leicester beat a North East team. West Ham beat a North East team. Game week 2, Leicester beat a 10-man West Ham. Fast forward to 2021, West Ham beat a 10-man Leicester. Edouard is baller, by the way.
Damari
He is.
Gray scoring again.
Lanzy says, game week 3, Leicester draw to a London team with a young English midfielder scoring for the opposition. West Ham drew to London team with a midfielder scoring.
Lanzy, I'm tired.
4, Leicester drew to a team from the West Ham proceed to draw to a team from the South Coast. And that's why we're winning the league. Come on, you Irons. And now 3, Everton. Now 3-1 to Everton. Burnley defence. My gosh, Daishi is not going to be happy because Daishi don't normally concede goals. But moving on, because we have got a lot to cover. Next up is London. Arsenal got 3 points. They got their first points on the board, but to be honest, nothing to shout home about. Because I'm not going to lie, £72 million Pepe was in Brandon Williams' pocket all game, which, you know, I'm all for shithousery and all that crap, but to be frankly honest, Brandon Williams had a really good game for Norwich. Probably one of the best left backs of the weekend, if I'm being completely honest with you. I thought Brandon Williams had a stellar game. But Kenny, Norwich, do you hold any hope for them? I mean, this was a relegation 6 point, quite get the win. But do you hold any hope for Norwich, or are they just going straight back down?
Well, from the limited amount that I did see of this game, which was limited, I normally watch some of the match replays after when I come back, when I'm in the stadium, if it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. And to be honest,
you ever had a match of the day?
Yeah, I watched that as well. I normally watch some of the match replays and some of the match of the day because they don't cover match of the day, just highlights, isn't it? So, but Arsenal, honestly, from what I did see, were quite poor. They scraped the win. The goal was arguably offside. Now, if there's a picture that I've got right now, and it looks offside to me. It looks offside. I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll be right to watch later on this week.
Let me help you. Actually, let me not help you. I'll discuss this in rest for you later on in the week.
Yeah, I'm not sure on it, but it's great for them winning against Norwich. With Norwich, I do hold a little bit of hope for them still because they had a good performance. They nearly got a result. Now, once they get after this, they have Watford next. They need to get a win against Watford, and then I can actually hold some proper hope for them to actually survive. But I had faith in them. And Williams, I think, was particularly great today. And despite the Norwich loss, I think he's actually a contender for the team of the week. He was immense. He was utterly immense. He pocketed Pepe.
Yeah.
He pocketed Pepe the whole way through. He was great.
Brandon Williams. You could argue that he saved him a fair few times. Brandon Williams did save Norwich a fair few times. I thought Brandon had a fantastic game.
I mean, the left back is going to be immense. I've seen a lot of United fans say he's crap, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. He is a good foot player, and he will be a great player in the future.
Yeah. Valve, talk to me about this game whilst I refresh my browser because my computer is shit. Talk to me about
Arsenal was shit, man. Like, they got a win, but it wasn't convincing. Like, they had so many chances in that game to score. Aubameyang, like he did the exact same thing as Mane against Leeds. Miss easy chances. Yeah, it's not good. The front three for Arsenal is dead. I remember a couple of years ago saying this front three of Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe was better than Mane, Salah, and Firmino. Like, they're not good. And yeah, attack is poor. Midfield, all right. Lukonga looks very good. I'll give you that. He's a very, very good player. The defense, Ben White looked decent. I think Tomiyasu had a good debut. Ramsdale, he looked very good. Surprisingly, when you play Ramsdale, he gets your first win for the season. So, and what I liked about him was his distribution to the Arsenal players. Like he's pinning in long balls, he's reaching to the players. It's better than Leonard's. Leonard doesn't start for Arsenal. He should be Ramsdale now. Like Leonard doesn't get in.
Yeah, I just heard you say Ramsdale.
Yeah, I said he should be starting every game because he's a better distributor than Leonard.
Yeah, I hear that. Max, what was your thoughts on it?
I mean, congratulations, Arsenal. You've now lifted yourselves out the relegation zone. But you're still shit. You are still shit. And Arteta, I know you've tried to improve Arsenal after what's happened, but hate to say it, buddy, you're still not finishing the top, nowhere near the top 5. You're probably not even going to finish top 7 at this point.
Yeah.
You had a very, very poor start. I mean, congratulations to Aubameyang to score there for Arsenal's first goal, but 1-0 against Norwich. I mean, Norwich's defence was good, but you were a top side, and now you've just gone from being one of the greatest clubs in like 2003 to 4 to going all the way from up here. You are high as fuck, and now you're going. You've gone all the way to the bottom of the football hierarchy at the minute. Daniel Farke's side have just done brilliantly. You had 30 shots. Let me stress that now. 30 fucking shots. And you scored 1. 7 on target out of 30.
Aubameyang.
You got 23 off target. How shit do you need to get? Norwich had 10 and got 1 on target. They could have scored from that. They didn't. and so they had to defend. You had 8 corners as well, 52% of possession. This is what you need to use. You need to use the stats from the other games to help you improve. You had 30 shots and you didn't do goal with it. So all I have to say is, well, obviously trust the process and see what Arteta can do. But at the moment, sorry, Gunner Girl, but I don't see you getting anywhere near the top 5, mate. Go on, lass.
They're not even top 5 contenders.
No,
I
I do hear that. No, they're at best they're top 6 at best. If they get lucky. Aslen says Burnley are all over. Lingard's going a hat trick tomorrow. Arsenal toothless. The players are too weak-minded. Big up to Wolf. Ben White is poor at heading the ball out. He always has been. He's certainly not an empowering centre back.
he was good against us. I wouldn't say he was terrible.
I don't really. But it's fucking Norwich. Let's move on. Let's on. Brighton. RJ's favourites to be. Graham Potter will accept your letter of apology anytime you wish, because Brighton are being as far from relegated as you can imagine, because they're already a quarter of the way of safety. To be completely honest with you, they're pretty much already safe. If I know Graham Potter would never say that, but they sort of are. Why are you called Valve Skills when you got no skills? Says Wolf. I hear that. But
what do you mean?
Kelly, Brighton,
I have skills.
can they be somewhat excited this season?
I mean, I had them as my my dark horses this year for like actual top 10, maybe even higher than that, because I just think this Brighton side. Now they've improved this season a lot with finishing. They've had in every single one of their games except Everton, which they lost, they've had less XG than their opponent, and they've won all of them apart from Everton, of course, which had less XG. They have massively improved the finishing factor. That is what was key. And Brighton fans, I'd say, be very, very excited for this season, because now hopefully, if you manage to get that consistency in finishing for the whole season, you'll have a very, very good season, and maybe even some shock results along the way. I know they beat City last season, maybe again. Who knows? But I think that this is hard on Brentford. Brentford were decent. Both sides were decent. Both sides were about the same level. Brighton just snatched it at the end. And I mean, there's not really much to say apart from Brighton fans look forward to this season.
Yeah. But that's the thing, isn't it? Is snatching it at the win, getting that little bit of luck. It's what clubs need. Valve, Brentford. Do you think they'll stay up then?
They need to start scoring goals if they want to stay up. Like the previous results, only against Arsenal they scored 2 goals. Apart from that, they haven't been scoring goals. They've been drawing games. Only scored 1 goal for Tony. That's not. If you want to stay in the Prem, you need to be scoring goals. If you're not that clinical, then you have a problem. And the same with Brighton. Brighton are always in the relegation battle. The reason for that is the lack of chances they take, the scoring. They need to score these chances if they want to stay up. They need to find that Tony needs to step up and Bremo needs to step up. They just need goals.
No, I hear that. Max, what about you?
I just want to say, Graham Potter, you are great. You are a great manager. I appreciate you. Pick up the panel and Bob. Big up, Chris. Brentford, I do have hope for them. They're currently sitting in 10th, as I've just looked. They're not doing too bad. Trossard obviously getting the winner in the 90th minute. Good ball by McAllister, I felt. Brighton did offer little though in this game before the goal, and probably in the first 45 anyway. Brentford should have really gone ahead, but they were wasteful, very wasteful in front of their own goal, or their goal in front of Brighton's goal. Buemo also, like, it's just annoying, and I've been in one of these situations where it comes down to the last minutes. You're trying to hold on to a 0-0 draw or at least a point in any sense, and then you get dunked on in the last couple of seconds. It's just annoying, and it's really, really saddening. But it's just a lesson for Brentford, in my opinion. The Bees have been stung by the Seagulls, even though Seagulls don't have a stinger. Seagulls have shitted on the Bees, and the Bees have come crashing down onto the floor. And it is a harsh lesson, but big up Graham Potter, big up Brighton. Hope you do well this season. I do still have hope for Brentford. I still think they can stay up, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to be quite a journey, and a very, very decent game in terms of shots. 7 for Brentford, 4 for Brighton. So they did have their fair amount of shots. Just Brentford were very, very wasteful. In the sense that they can't finish clinically, and then they just leave it till late to concede. But still a very good game. Just all I'm going to say to Brentford is be more clinical in front of goal, because it will be vital to your staying up party at the end of the season.
That Chris says, big up the panel and Valve. Chris, usual self. I'm trying to be all right. Be all right. You'll be fine. Kenny must be happy as second team Brighton winning. I love Brighton. They're sort of my Premier League team, if I'm being completely honest. Brighton are second team, to be fair.
Can I ask you a question?
Premier team, if anything. Moving on, Leicester.
Wait, quickly. Do you think Brighton will finish above Arsenal this season?
Yes. That's not even
no doubt about it. Come on, you Potter.
But moving on, there's no doubt about that at all. But moving on, Leicester obviously losing to Manchester City 1-0. Kenny, what was your ultimate thoughts on this game? Did you think it was a bit of a smash or grab, or do you think the result is quite fair at the end?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say ref's view is going to be great, because there was a very minimal offside with the Vardy goal, which looks very, very close. The ref's view is going to be amazing, because that and the Arsenal one is very, very close indeed. I think Leicester, to be honest, from what I saw, it was all Man City. Leicester had 1 shot on target. City had 25 shots. Leicester had 1 shot on target, and City had 8 shots on target. I mean, it was obvious City were going to dominate, of course. Leicester have a lot of injuries. Brazilians are allowed to play now. Allowed to play, of course, now. Leicester just had a lot of injuries. They had an injury to Fofana as well. I'll be honest, they really, really could have won this if that body goal was allowed. I think they would have won this if that body goal was allowed, because the momentum shifts towards Leicester. But in the end, I'm not gonna be biased. City deserve to win massively. And Leicester, I mean, they've not really got in their groove yet. They face next. They face ironically Brighton. So they've not got in their groove yet.
They got Napoli as well this weekend. That'll be tough as well. And they had to play Brighton as well.
Yeah, it's but they've not really got in their groove yet. But soon, hopefully, they will get in it. Hopefully for their fans.
Yeah, I hear that. Valve, Leicester, talk to me about their back line, because obviously they're without Fofana and Evans, or Evans came off the bench, didn't he? But they're without Fofana and Evans, who were their main partnership last year. Do you think that's had any effect on what has been a pretty slow start to the season?
They're back.
And the back line. Soyuncu, man, I don't know what happened to this guy, man. 1920, he's been regarded as one of the best centre-backs in the league. Then after that, he hasn't looked good. It's actually been Johnny Evans who's been better than him.
Yeah.
And I think the partnership should be Evans and Vestergaard, because I think Vestergaard is an underrated centre back. Like he's a very, very good centre back. He's good for Southampton, and he was like one of my dark horses of signings because he's a very good centre back. And it should be him and Evans playing, not Soyuncu, in my opinion. I feel like those two should start until Fofana gets back. Obviously, Fofana's not going to start straight away because he's coming. He needs to embed him more. But Soyuncu should nowhere be in the starting lineup. He should hold bench for give a couple of games.
Yeah, I hear that. Max, are you there, or are we moving on? Max is not there. Cool. So, moving on to the next game is from Old Trafford, and it was the return of Cristiano Ronaldo. He got a great debut, to be honest. 2 good goals. Well, when I say good goals, I mean 2 goals.
Good goals.
1 virtual tap-in. The second one was a good one. Spotted a gap between the keeper's legs and decided to go for the nutmeg. So yeah, for me, you know, two goals. Greenwood with an assist, obviously a shot that the keeper didn't really deal with, which then put it straight into Ronaldo's path. But again, I thought Greenwood had another good game, stretching the back line. I thought his hold-up play was actually very good. And something I didn't see from Greenwood last year or the year before that is a maturity to his game. Those quick little passes, passing it back to Pogba, passing it back to Matic, sort of recycling the possession a bit more. I thought last season it'd be a bit one-dimensional run. It was like, I'm going to run past you and you're going to try and stop me. It was very one-dimensional. It wouldn't even be that. It'd be like, I'm going to run past you, try and cut in and shoot. Stop me if you can. And they would normally stop him. But I thought we saw more of a maturity to his game this week. So I thought he was really good. Obviously got an assist, didn't get a goal. So he's on a little goal drought now because he was on 3 goals in 3 games. So he's on a 1-game goal drought, to be fair. I hope he gets out of it soon because he looked like he was on for 38 goals this season, which would have been insane. Obviously, that is unrealistic to ask him to do that. But Kenny, Ronaldo's return, brace from him. Lingard getting on the score sheet. And then who was the other? Oh, yeah, Bruno Fernandes popping it from outside the box. That's probably goal of the week, if not goal of the month. But what did you make of the whole attacking performance? No Fred. You played with Fred and you played with Matic and Pogba in midfield. Maybe do you think Ollie might try and be braver here and not play before? Do you think McTominay is to divert a different subject? And the minute McTominay comes back, we're going to see dog-ass football again.
Come on, boys. Right. So on this game, on McTominay, I think that I don't.
That was the worst I have ever seen.
I do not think Fred will come back for a long while because I think I always realised.
Imagine Fred doing it, I'll be laughing.
But with Ronaldo, his whole aura just you could tell it boosted the morale of us. Newcastle for a long time were holding us out. Because it was 0-0 until the 45th minute when Ronaldo got his tap in from Greenwood. Greenwood again was amazing today. Not today, on Saturday. He was again great. And again, probably my team of the week. But yeah, he was great. And to be honest, I can't ask more of them. I mean, Ronaldo, his aura, his hold-up play was just great. Newcastle were just poor. They just defended and defended and defended. They got the goal. You think that they might be able to... I thought they might be able to actually hold out a 1-1 draw. And my Old Trafford trip would be ruined. But it wasn't, and we won 4-1 in the end. Also, it was... I'm happy, very, very happy for Lingard. It was a great goal. Great for him to get back on the score sheet. And to be honest, I think Ronaldo just... His hold-up play, his whole thing, it's Ronaldo. He is utterly immense. He proved himself. And I'm going to do it again, boys. Come on.
He's not even jumping. That's the bad thing.
I will persuade now to kick you off.
But moving on, Velvet Schwan, talk to me about the atmosphere at Old Trafford on Saturday. Because to be frankly honest, I have not seen Old Trafford that loud or noisy for a very long time. I think the last time I saw it like that was probably Fergie's last game against Swansea when they were, bidding him farewell and lifting up the Premier League trophy. I haven't seen Old Trafford like that in quite some time. What make of the atmosphere? Because look, there's no doubt this is 100% a Glazer signing, and Glazonomics has just gone a star with that signing. Like, fuck me, right? We need the champagne, we need cocaine, we need the lot. We've just done a madness. Look at this signing. This is Glazonomics. Literally, the Glazers have jumped up and down like a madman. But the atmosphere at Old Trafford on Saturday was, as I said, I've not seen an atmosphere like that. You could barely hear the commentators talk. I swear that they were having a shout for most of the game because the atmosphere was that loud. It was an interesting one. But yeah, Velv, what did you make of the atmosphere? Velvishwan is not there. Unlucky. Max, talk to me about the atmosphere at Old Trafford. Max is not there either. Okay, moving on. Oh no, Max is there.
Yeah, I'm back. I was talking.
Talk to me about the atmosphere at Old Trafford because it was certainly rocking. It was absolutely brilliant.
The announcer, please welcome home Cristiano Ronaldo. The roar after that was absolutely insane. I don't think any United fan has heard that amount of noise for a good 10 years. It was absolutely incredible. Okay, Kenny, you don't have to celebrate. It's over now. I've just watched the highlights now. Very lucky goal, I have to say, from Ronaldo in the first half. And even Kenny can't deny that. It was a very lucky goal that it rebounded back to him. Second goal was decent as well, slipped it under the keeper. Bruno Fernandes never being shadowed by CR7. I'm telling you that.
Lansy has just violated Liverpool football. Lansy has just violated the entirety of Liverpool football club. Start talking about atmosphere and the Liverpool fan dips. No shock there. Kenny was sing Sue Senior for song. That's why he was doing Sue.
Senor.
Pass the ball to Ronnie and Heels.
I can't remember that. I can't.
Kenny's doing.
I cannot remember last time that was even sung it.
Like Kenny being violated.
Liverpool being violated twice, but yeah, Max, carry on, mate. I just wanted to bring that one up because Lansy just absolutely violated them.
Fair enough. But yeah, as I was saying, Bruno Fernandes, you can never overshadow him. That was an absolute goal. That was an absolute stunner, and I've just seen it as well. Fully top corner, and from that far out, that just shows his quality. Ronaldo, Fernandes, they're going to have a great season this year. Lingard's getting some United game time, which is always good to see after what he did against Andorra, I think it was. And to be very honest, I really do feel United are getting top 2 again, if not top of the league. Because the only reason I say that is with the amount of quality
I would say
on the pitch is massive.
Yeah. No, I hear that. I was going to say something, but oh yeah. Bruno, obviously, Ronaldo's return. Everyone's singing the Portugal song for Ronaldo, basically, and Bruno's like, "Hold my beer, I'm not being forgotten here." And then just decided to chuck it in top bins and be like, "Hello, I'm still here, by the way." Everyone gets up. I know Viva Ronaldo's just arrived, but hello, Viva Fernandez. Chris Wolf says Valverde to get McDonald's. Chris says, if I'm Woodman, the Newcastle keeper, I would look for another career. Football isn't for him when being goalkeeper isn't for him. I think one game is a bit harsh to be like that, but it wasn't his greatest game. And I think he even admitted that on social media after the game. But moving on. Yeah, Freddie Woodman. I thought he had a good season last year. Look, he won the great. He apologised and he'll be fresher for the. Ravi says now in the league, United still poor. I somewhat agree with that. But on to this game, the biggest moment. Well, I thought Southampton had the better chances, but Antonio's red card. I put him into my fantasy football team or my FPL, right, for the first time, and instead of getting a goal, he goes and gets himself sent off. So that poor discipline from that wanker means that he is now being removed. And I'm glad he went to Jamaica, not England, because that sort of behaviour, Antonio, is fucking revolting, and you need to have a long, hard think about what you did, you asshole. Now, onto the game, Kenny. What did you make of Southampton West Ham? And how disgraceful is Antonio?
Yeah, Antonio, bro, he's awful. I never had him in my FPL. So that's good. But on this game...
Shut up and stop gloating, you tosser.
Yeah, I had Ronaldo captain. Yeah, points galore. But Southampton, West Ham, to be honest.
I had Greenwood, so also stop gloating, you fucker.
Right, Pogba, Salah, Fernandez, and Ronaldo. But on Southampton, West Ham, let's just move on to this game now. I actually think that Southampton have had a very, very good start for what their squad is. Their squad is not a very good team, but for the start they've had, it's just been... They have had some good performances. Now, I don't think they've had a win yet, but they've got some good performances now. Because 3 draws, they need to get some of those in terms of the wins. I thought they were the better side against West Ham, I'll be completely honest. I've seen a lot of people say praise West Ham, but I thought Southampton were the better side. They didn't. I think they had the better chances. And yeah, to be honest, I think Antonio's red card. I don't know if it was a red card. It might be in rescue. I don't know if it was. I didn't really see it properly. But yeah, to be honest, Southampton, if they can keep this up, then I think they can definitely survive. As for West Ham, top 8, that's the stretch for me.
I hear that. What about you, Max? What do you think?
Not a very entertaining, but not a very too boring game. Armando Broja, I was watching very closely as he's a Chelsea loanee. I always watch loanees from bigger clubs. He did go closest actually to snatching all 3 points for the Saints, but was very unfortunate. He struck the post and then having a late header cleared off the line by Declan Rice. I'm sure Kenny is very familiar with him. They did it. West Ham did enjoy the majority of the. I can actually get my words out. Possession, 58% it actually was. They had 13 shots, with 11 for Southampton, but they both had 3 on target, which is quite equal. Both sides could have scored out of at least one of those. But it is what it is. And Antonio, I removed you from my team, as I may read out my Premier League fantasy team later on, like just before we end the stream, if we all will. But thank fuck I removed you, because you would have cost me a lot of points. And I have replaced you with Big Boy Ronnie. So, nice one. So, well done.
Yeah,
You're a
I'm just-
disgrace. See you next time. You hopefully you can make it up to me and get back in my
I
team.
hope you get relegated.
Okay, fair
Viva
point.
Ronaldo.
So I'm going to put him in.
Ronaldo.
Oh, sorted. I think sorted. I'm taking 24 points off, but
Ah,
I have a good thought on that. Yeah, that's quite funny, to be fair. Vel, talk to me about this game. What's your thoughts?
I think Southampton were unlucky in that game. I feel like the chances, it's just finishing. Broja was very unlucky to score. Like, he did everything so right, so well. Hit the post, very unlucky, but he's a talented player. But here's the thing, Nathan Redmond, how is he starting for Southampton, man? This man is killing Southampton's attacks. That chance where Adam Armstrong literally played the ball to Redmond. Redmond had so much time. He could take a touch, shoot. Man did the Dani Ceballos. He took the ball, did a nice pirouette turn to make sure he looks good on the eye test, and then has a shot and he gets blocked. Like, he needs to hold the bench, man. Like, he's ruining this Southampton attack. And I think Broja should start more games because he's very. You can see he's hungry. It should be Broja and Armstrong leading that attack, not Shea Adams and Armstrong. Because Shea Adams, although he's very good at holding the ball up, what does he do? Miss easy chances. You need clinicalness. If you're not going to get that, then you're in risk of relegation. As simple as.
2 games left.
Yeah, I hear that. Right. No, I'm just working out. Oh yeah, Greenwood captain. That's what I want to do. Yeah, my boy.
I've got
And
Ronaldo.
I'm putting Money as vice captain. I mean,
Viva Mason.
they have West Ham next.
Oh.
Yeah.
Viva Greenwood. Viva Greenwood is here, boys. Viva Greenwood.
Home or away?
But yeah, I've just sorted out my team. A week. All right, so Lanzi says Antonio tactical red card, so Yoko on Ronaldo. Good luck there. Big brain there. Declan Rice says more saves than Fabianski this season. Mad. Nico Vlasic played 30 minutes and already better than Mount, Havertz, De Bruyne, Fernandes, and Pogba. Chris says Valve disappointed second team Southampton did not. But moving on. This game, Watford versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves with a great win. Obviously, some will say they've been unlucky with a couple of their results, but they got a win. But Kenny, Watford, I'm not convinced this Watford team. So what about you?
Well,
Kenny, talk to me or I slap you in the face.
Well, I think Watford were actually better first half. I actually think it was Wolves' worst performance this season. Not a bad performance, but worst out of the four, which is still not bad, which is ironic. And Jeremy Hangry, he tried getting his first goal since I think it was 20. He's not scored in a long time. And yeah, I think Wolves they looked decent. They finally got the goals on the board that they needed to win. Watford just look lethargic. They just don't look it at the moment. I mean, they missed some chances in that first half, which they really should have taken. I mean, if they scored those chances, then they would have won. I think if they scored one chance, if they got the first goal, they would have won because Wolves for some reason, if they concede first, just
Welcome
cannot.
to Michael Owen. Welcome to Michael Owen punditry there.
No. If they get 1-0 up, if they score the first goal, not if they win 1-0, they won. But yeah, I mean, Watford, they have the next 3 games will decide their season, I think, because you have Norwich and Newcastle and Leeds. Those 3 games.
I was just about to say that Norwich game is I think that Norwich game is crucial to whoever I think to have a better chance of staying up. I do rate Norwich more than Watford though, if that makes sense. Chris says Watford look doomed just like Norwich. Fair. Velv, what about you? Watford, Wolves, obviously Wolves getting the result. Maybe not a great performance, but they got the result, and that's all that really matters in football. As Aaron still hasn't quite accomplished what that means. Basically, you can play nice football and fart fireworks and shit yourself, and play really lovely football and act like Beyonce, or you can just get results on the board, get wins on the board, and the table. What about you? What did you make?
A man like Hwang with his, I think his debut goal for Wolves. He's a good player. I don't want to speak about what he did at Anfield because that still makes me upset. Even though we won the game, I still don't want to talk about what he did to Van Dijk. But we'll leave it there. Yeah, I think him to get him on loan as well is very impressive for Wolves. It'd be a good signing. Yeah, it's just a shame because Raul Jimenez, he doesn't look the same. This is the injury. So it's better off they start playing Hwang because they need goals at the moment. They're creating chances, but they need someone to finish them. And I think Hwang will be key for the season. Yeah. And for Watford, they had the first win against Villa. It was good, but they just need to keep consistency. They can't keep going all out in the first half and then just burn out. They need to find that balance in the game. And yeah, like you said, they have Norwich next. Be important. It's important for both teams, and it will determine their season if they will return back to the Championship or stay in the Premier League.
Yeah. What about you, Max?
Very good result from Wolves. Hwang Hee-chan, good goal from him. Unfortunate about the own goal by Watford. That's just unlucky, but it is football's football. Lager's side, they've lost their opening 3 games 1-0 after 69 shots. I'm looking at this on BBC Sport. 69 shots without scoring.
Nice.
It took Siri Alter heading into his own net to give Wolves the opportunity to win it. That is an unbelievable stat. It's a disgrace in some people's eyes. However, Watford, their 10-game winning home run in the league did come to an end, which is kind of interesting for them. They fucking deserved it.
Moving on, because there's only so much I want to talk about Watford for about.
That's a fair point.
Versus Villa, Chelsea with a 3-0 win against Villa. A good result for them. The way I would, obviously, we did a watch on for this channel. My summary quickly of the game was Chelsea started really positively, got a foothold of the game, got a goal, sat back for the rest of the first half, couldn't keep the possession even if they tried. Fucking horrific. Saul Niguez had an absolute stinker of the first half before being replaced at half time. Marcus Alonso looked like he was, incapable of keeping the ball. Then started the second half really positively. Got a goal from Kovacic, and then pretty much from there it was easy pickings. But Kenny, about what did and
Well, I watched this with Lewis. To be honest, Aston Villa should really have won this. They had so many chances before Chelsea scored their second. Once Chelsea scored their first, Villa were all over them. And Ollie Watkins has blood in his hands. A lot of their field managers were very, very angry. Aston Villa just wasteful, just utterly wasteful. They need to start taking chances because, I mean, so far this season, I mean, this liquid ball of Leon Bailey, Emi Buendia hasn't really got very much into gear. I mean, they're 12th, 1 win in 4 games. And yeah, I mean, they need to take these chances. I mean, they've scored 5 goals this year, but I mean, to be honest, let's be honest, most of them were against Newcastle. So, yeah, they need to start scoring the chances. Because they could have easily got a 4-1 win against Chelsea, and I'm not even being unrealistic about the amount of chances not even 4-1, 6-1. They could have easily got a 6-1 win with all those chances they had, but they didn't. They missed all the chances, and then they just, for the last 10 minutes or so, well, once Chelsea scored their second goal, we just sat back and prayed when the Chelsea wouldn't score a third. But Chelsea did score a third, so yeah, I mean, Villa, last few minutes they were poor, but the rest of it, they were great. But this is a case of Brighton. They need to take the chances. It does not matter. It does not matter if we play liquid ball and lose 3-0. It just doesn't matter, does it? I mean, you've lost 3-0. But that's my fault for me.
yeah, no, I hear that. What about you, Velv?
Sal was shit. I told Chelsea fans about him. He's not a good player. I told him all the time he's not a good player. Why did they sign him? Waste of a loan move, in my opinion. And yes, I'm being sarcastic. I'm shameless because I wanted him at Liverpool. But we moved. And yeah, Chelsea were good. Decent. Lukaku scoring a brace. Still stat pads against small teams. He still won't score against big teams. But yeah, they look decent. And yeah, Villa had chances. They didn't take them. And yeah, I have nothing to say about Villa.
Nice. What about you, Max?
I knew that was going to come, by the way, Valve. I knew you were going to say that was sarcasm. Anyway, yeah, Saul didn't have a great first half. As you said, Niall, it's just... I think just give him time, really. I'd just say give him time. Lukaku scores twice. It's typical Lukaku, really. Bolognoli's done it again. Kovacic gets the second goal. Chelsea just are going to hopefully get up further in the league. Villa had about, I want to say, 6 more chances than Chelsea. 6 shots on target with 18 in total, and then Chelsea only had 12 with 4 on target. So that does show how Villa were trying to get back into the game before the second goal and after the second goal, but they weren't coming back after the second, because once Chelsea get a second, it's a little bit debatable if you can come back from it. Devastating hit from that side. 57% of possession for Chelsea, so 11 fouls committed each, so not bad. Lukaku was rated 8.6 as a rating, and he thoroughly deserves it. You know, I just can't see why anyone would rate him less after that game. It's just brilliant from Lukaku, and he does deserve to come back or go back to the big boys at Stamford Bridge, but he may slip up. We never know. But
Yeah.
as I
Chris
said,
says Martin. Chris says Martinez and Buendia. They shouldn't be so stupid. It's their own fault they're missing. Villa need a decent goal scorer. Well, they've got Danny Ings. That is a decent goal scorer right there. They've already.
He's been scoring the goals. Where's everyone else? Like,
Sunday.
he can't be the
Actually, it's not. I don't know why that says. Let me edit that.
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
But we're to leave now. We'll start with obviously. It definitely didn't end 1 there. I'm just changing that now.
What?
Be sorted. But no, they need more than Ings. Well, they do need.
I mean,
more.
Ings is a start.
You know,
Let's just say that. Ings is a start.
Yeah, I was just. Ings is a great player, and I don't think they need more.
Ings is better than Lukaku.
Do you want Charles after you?
It's not my fault.
I've no doubt.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Lukaku scores against small teams, man. He's not.
Starting off with the.
You're trying bullshit. I call bullshit.
Guys, when I'm talking, like when I'm mouth, I'll mute you.
I thought you were talking.
Right, thank you. So
in and out.
On to Leeds versus Liverpool. Starting off with the gutting injury to Harvey Elliott, and everyone here wishes him a speedy and full recovery. As Velshwan celebrates, which I think is a bit fucking disgusting.
What?
But yes, obviously, it was a gutting thing to happen to him. But yes, Velshwan, talk to me about this game first. Obviously, Salah breaking 100 goals in the Premier League or for Liverpool, one of the two. What did you make of it?
It was a good performance. Still think we could have done better in terms of finishing. You want to get that many goals to get up the goal difference. But yeah, it was a decent performance. I thought the midfield was sensational. Fabinho, Thiago especially, he ran that midfield, dictating play, managed to get the assist in the end. Should have got more if Mane actually finished his chances. But yeah, it's a decent performance. Got it for Elliott, man. Like, the kid, he worked so hard to break into this Liverpool team. The fact that he's now a regular starter shows how much potential this man is. And that injury, we won't see him until next year, which is gutted. And yes, I wish him a speedy recovery. And yeah, I don't think, like, when people saw Sonny yesterday having a go at saying, "Oh, it's there should be an age limit for tackling," because Harvey Elliott's 18 years old. First of all, who I forgot his name. Is it Strauch? The guy's name? The Pascal Strauch?
Street. Pascal. Yeah.
He didn't mean to. He didn't mean to. He didn't mean to injure him. It's an accident. I still believe it's a red card because he catches him.
Yeah.
But it's not something he didn't. It's not his fault. Like, you don't need to attack him, or actually send abuse to both him and Elliott, because I heard people saying Elliott deserved it because of what he did when he was like 15 years old. That's disgusting, man. Like, people need to calm down, honestly.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Ramel Blog says, "How are you guys doing? We're all good. Cheers for tuning in." But yeah, I mean, what happened to Elliott? And actually, as I said, we'll go into a bit more detail. I have my own opinion, but I'll put it out there simply. It wasn't a red card. The red card was given out of sympathy. If I'm being completely honest, it wasn't a red. But look, again, It wasn't meant. And for Sonny, he's just a fucking idiot anyway. So I mean, he chats
Do you know
shit
he?
and I
You know he
take
got
shits
memed now.
in a toilet on most days.
He's not a meme now on
Yeah,
Instagram.
mate,
Guy,
he's
yeah.
he does it on purpose. 'Cause he's a fucking idiot, and whatever. I mean, some of us like to share, proper footballing opinions. Some of us like to act like a twat and get clipped up. I know which I prefer, and that's just me personally. He's an absolute donut. But moving on, Kenny, talk to me about this game. Leeds didn't look like they were going to challenge Liverpool at all.
Well, Rodrigo missed a chance, and then it was all Liverpool from there. Sadio Mane is an absolute criminal. How he eventually scored in the 92nd minute, I don't know, but he is an absolute criminal. His finishing was absolutely comical. On the red card, Harvey himself said it wasn't a red card. So I don't know what that says, but Harvey Elliott himself said it wasn't a red card. So I don't know what that says about your point about it being a red card. In my opinion, it wasn't. But I do feel.
I'm not like having a go. I'm just saying, it's a red card. It's a red card. Like, I don't care. Like, because I'm still upset about the injury. I'm not like cussing Strouch or anything, because it's an accident. At the end of the day, he did not mean to injure him.
Yeah.
It would have changed the result anyway, because we were already 2-0 up by then.
Yeah. Also, well, right now it looks grim for Liverpool in that period where in the AFCON, which I know they have some easy games, but they could have one slip up and panics. Because you never know in football. Liverpool could lose 2-0 to Norwich. And if Jota gets Jota's your last hope in that.
Jota's our last one.
That one injury away. That one injury away from Salah and Liverpool season just plummeting like fucking God knows what.
I don't want to hear
but Max, what about you? What did you make of Liverpool? Convinced? Okay. But Max, what did you make of Liverpool's 3-0 win?
Absolutely brilliant. I want to give a round of applause to the lads. Very well fought out. Leeds are a good side. They've stayed in the Premier League last season, and they fully deserve to be here be there in the Premier League. Liverpool were already in firm control of the game by Strout's red card. He did say also after the game that he did not mean for it to happen. He wished it didn't happen. He regrets it. And he's very worried that he may have took Elliott out for the whole season. So big props to him for admitting and say what he's done and say that he's sorry for it. Obviously, it is an accident. Obviously, no one means to do that. I've just seen the pictures from it, and it looks absolutely disgusting.
It's dislocated ankle.
I think I watched. Yeah, but that's Valve. You can say dislocated ankle. That is he's broken.
Yeah, I know. The
dislocation of an ankle is very difficult. He's
No, I'm just saying the injury.
But I watched I watched the pictures on the on the watch along, and look, they only showed it once. Credit to Sky there, but I haven't looked at any pictures, and nor would I want to, because it's a nasty one to see. And
I didn't see it. That's why
I honestly think we won't see Harvey I don't think we'll see Harvey Elliott in the senior side again this season. I think Klopp will probably end up putting him back into the under-23s for the rest of the season when he gets back, to sort of strengthen him back up a bit, because it's going to be a while. But look, Van Dijk's been through it himself, so they'll all be there, I'm sure, helping Harvey with his. But let's keep this flowing. Next up is nothing, because us to watch, because we Everton. Let me just get me a score out. Everton won 3-1. Goals from Michael Keane, Andros Townsend, Dimitri Gray, Ben Mee getting the goal there.
Gray.
So Everton with a 3-0 win. Damari Gray, whatever. But Everton with a 3-0 win there. Now, we haven't obviously got the updated table because Premier League is shit. This was after Saints are now... Liverpool are now third, obviously, level 1 points with United and Chelsea. But they are...
Literally.
Yeah, I think they're third because Chelsea... Or maybe second with goals scored. United top of the league with Chelsea, City, and Liverpool. No, it would be goals scored, mate. That's how the Premier League goes.
No,
Dates are Man United, Chelsea,
it'll be goal.
Yep.
Well, if it was alphabetical, Valve, United would be above Chelsea. So
no. United are top because of the goal difference, but
your
Chelsea
point
and
has
Liverpool.
been. No, Valve, I don't know if you're blind, mate, but 8. They're all on 8. Shut
up and let's get on with
it. I know how the Premier. I know what the table is sorted. I'm not an idiot, and it is definitely not on alphabetical order, as else C becomes before M, which means that United would be second, but it's not. Because United have scored more goals.
No,
these are literally how the Premier League have sorted out.
About Chelsea and Liverpool.
Oh my god!
No, I'm talking about Chelsea and Liverpool.
No, it's not alphabetical unless
fucking done.
Are you on? Are you on the same amount of goals scored as well?
No. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal and Chelsea have the same goal difference.
Not goal difference, right? Because you're pissing me off now. Literally, because I asked for your goal scored. You give me goal difference. I mean, sometimes you chat shit.
No, but goal scored. We still
but moving on. So top 4. I'm moving on. United, Chelsea, Liverpool, City are the top 4 with Brighton, Spurs, West Ham. Everton also go up. So Everton now going up to 10 points as well. Actually, that whole. But obviously, bottom of the league are Norwich with 0 points, Newcastle 19th, 18th, and Leeds are 17th. Arsenal down in 16th, but with 3 points after getting their first win of the weekend or of the season, shall I say, on game week 4. But we're not yet because we've got to.
Do you mind, Kenny?
Do our team of the week, including manager of the week. Chris, old mid-table mediocrity. Everton were decent, but I can't see him doing this consistently. Well, we'll see. Wait until it'll be one of them. We'll see. Now, let me just load this up. Goalkeeper, Kenny. Who's your goalkeeper?
He's gonna say.
Sorry. He had an amazing pass.
Just get on with it.
You're muted.
He had an amazing pass, and he's called David De Gea.
Could you just get on with your fucking speeches? Just say the fucking name of the player.
No, he did. He just said De Gea.
But he goes on like, okay. First of all, just get it out, man.
I was explaining why.
What? Fun.
Move on.
For me, I'll give it to Mendy.
I second that.
Yeah.
No, you're cutting in and out. I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, you're very laggy at the moment.
Yeah.
Hashtag computer is shit.
Oh, he's gone.
Back after this short commercial break, right?
Can you
Anyway,
sing
I
us a
say
song?
Mendy. So
I Velvish one, please pick the hair. If you pick the hair,
It's not even.
he's already
Hey,
picked Mendy.
no,
You melon.
but Kenny, I'm sorry. You conceded against Newcastle, man. This season, you conceded.
Wait.
Like,
Newcastle.
no. If it was last season, no. But no. If it was last season, then yeah, I will understand it. But you have Varane now. Apparently he's better than Van Dijk, Champions League winner. You have Maguire, top 5 centre backs in the league. You got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's probably better than Trent.
Save
And
your
Roberto
argument
Carlos.
to the stream, please.
Top 5 centre back in the world. They just win it
You two shut
Kenny,
up.
stop.
Right. Cool. So, moving on. Who is your goalkeeper?
Yeah, there's 2 votes for Mendy, 1 for De Gea at the moment.
Well, I'm going to vote Mendy then.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Whoop yours, Kenny.
Mendy is
He's like it again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. But let's just say right back Trent.
Bait.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. There we go. Finally. So, Kenny, shush. Right back. I'm gonna go for. Yeah, I'll give it to. Yeah, I'll give it Trent. I thought he had a good game. What about you, Kenny?
I say
Trent was great.
Velstrom.
Trent Alexander-Arnold assist.
Trenty boy, hey, clean sweep.
And it was, to be fair. But Trent goes in. Centre backs. Who are we going for at centre back? Kenny.
Guehi.
I would go for.
Watch him say Varane.
If you say Varane, kick him out now.
Oi. I think Maguire and Cody. Or Maguire and Kilman.
What the fuck?
Maguire and Kilman.
Alright, Valve.
Matip and Guehi.
Okay, Max.
I second Matip and Guehi.
Alright, I'm gonna go for Guehi and it doesn't really matter, but I would have probably gone for Thiago Silva.
Fair shout.
Wait,
Matip.
Joel Matip and Guehi.
Matip got that 3 assists.
Left back. I want to.
William 3 assists.
No, it was Matip's run. No, it was Matip's run into the attack.
Just stop talking. I want to go to bed. But I want to end the stream first.
We're not.
How do you spell Guehi?
Guehi.
How do you spell Guehi?
Guehi.
Yes. Okay. Guehi. Left back, I'm going to go Brandon Williams. Pocketed Pepe for the entire game, pretty much.
Me too.
Kenny?
He's a Norwich City loanee from Manchester United. Brandon Williams.
He's a Manchester United loanee at Norwich City. Get it right.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Sure.
Help him.
Valve?
For me, you have to win to get into Team of the Week. Unfortunately, Norwich didn't win. That's why I'm going for Tyrick Mitchell of Crystal Palace.
Well.
I would have gone Mitchell, but I'm going Brandon Williams. Man,
Cool.
so.
I've gone for Brandon. So central midfielders can be any three. I'm going to start with. Oh fuck! I'm going to need pen and paper for this. I'm going to go for one Bruno, obviously.
Yep.
That's just sent. So I'm going to go Bruno. Who else I could game? Conor Gallagher. And then I don't know.
Thiago.
Decore had a good game.
Who?
Well, just wasn't Thiago.
Decore.
No, he was brilliant.
Who? Hold on.
Decore.
What, Kenny?
Decore from Everton.
I didn't see him, so I can't give him. I'm not giving it to Thiago.
Come on, give it to Pogba. We know you want
Or
to.
Fabinho scored a goal as well.
Pogba, please. Give it to Pogba.
Fabin a bad shout, to be fair.
Fab, Bruno, and Gallagher. There you go.
Fabinho. I'm going to give it to Kovacic.
First shout.
There we go. Kovacic had a great game for Chelsea. It was really good, and I thought he did very well. And we've already got 2 Liverpool players in there. So Kenny, who are you going for?
Decore, Bruno, and you know what? Fuck it, Pogba. He was good. He got 2 assists.
No,
Bruno,
I think
Gallagher,
Pogba's better than Bruno, in my opinion.
He got 2 assists.
Valve?
Fabinho, Fabinho, Gallagher, and
Please, no, please.
Kenny, stop.
I'll give it to Pogba.
So, Max?
Do it for the
I'll
Liverpool
go
lads.
with Gallagher, Bruno, and Kovacic.
Velvishwan, shut up. So, sorry, what was that, Max?
Kovacic, Gallagher, and Bruno.
Yeah.
I don't get the Bruno, man. He was average, man. Apart from that goal, he was so
So-
average.
Excuse me?
Right, so we're tied with Kovacic and Pogba. So what we gonna do? Well, I'm just gonna give it to Kovacic. Cool. So Kovacic can go in.
Stop
Welcome to
complaining,
North
Ken.
Korea.
No, I think
Kovacic.
Pogba's better than Bruno.
Kenny. Well, yeah, but Bruno got 3 votes, mate. So door or something. And then Conor Gallagher.
No DMs. Yay.
No, sorted. Well, luckily, we're not going to have to send this team out to win a game. We've got Matip there anyway. Jordan says, "You're right, guys. Yeah, we're all good." On to the right wing. Got to be Salah. Kenny,
Honestly, I was Trafford.
you want to go Greenwood?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to go Greenwood.
boy.
2 votes for Greenwood. Velv?
I think it's harsh, man. I think there's 3 strikers that get in. I'll say the 3 is Lukaku, Ronaldo, and Edouard, because I think it's unfair on those.
Yeah, but
3
we're talking about Yeah, but Velv, I don't know if you got confused with what position of the pitch we're talking about. We're talking about the right wing.
Yeah, but who's a DM in this?
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna headbutt you one day. Right wing, the right wing, Velvishwan. All of these people in the midfield played in the fucking midfield, in central midfield, and we didn't play with the DM. Played
Yeah,
with
but
3
you can have
central midfielders.
strikers as right
Kovacic.
wings.
Oh my god! But did they play right wing? No. Just pick a right winger, Valve. It's not difficult.
I don't know. There was no one good. I'm giving it to
Sorry.
Edouard, man, because I think he.
Edouard is a
Right,
striker.
so you're giving it to-
fucking
you're giving-
idiot.
Right, it's okay. It's fine. Max, what about you?
I'm going with Salah for right wing.
How is this Greenwood? No, it's so unfair on these
Right,
strikers.
Greenwood
Man.
gets
Did you
it.
watch the game?
Velvishwan, if you didn't act like a twat and tried voting for a striker at right wing, you could have voted Salah and then it would have been a tie. But unfortunately, Velvishwan acted like a dick, so therefore Salah couldn't get in. You make me speechless. Left wing,
Crap.
absolutely.
Bloody
Oh my god, stress levels with you sometimes. I swear I need to do cocaine. Someone link me up with Dom. I need him to go get me cocaine. On the left wing, I'm going to give it to Zaha. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. Kenny, what about you?
Yeah, Zaha. But Sancho was good, but Zaha definitely.
Sancho was shit. What you want
Oh,
about?
fuck.
We watch shut up,
Stop starting argument. I
Velvishwan,
want to go to bed at some point tonight.
what
for fuck's
about
sake.
you? Valve?
I don't know who you put in the strike. I'm putting Lukaku left wing.
Oh my god, right. Max?
This guy's a fucking joke. Zaha.
No, team would. You don't need to get players in their
No,
natural
shut up.
position.
Have fun.
Just shut up.
Bro, in FIFA, they don't even do this.
We've got skills
we have
of being
updates.
delusional, all right?
Shut up, man.
I don't care what they do on FIFA. What I do is I try to get someone from that position into the team, which makes somewhat sense. Believe it or not, I'll put Mendy up front, shall I? No. Now, strikers, there are 3 good performances. You had Lukaku, you had Edouard, and you had Ronaldo. I'm going to give it to Edouard because, I'm sorry, but he absolutely came on and did a madness.
Same.
Kenny, I'm sure you're voting for Ronaldo. Velvishwan, who are you going for?
I'll give it to Ronaldo
He's gonna
since
pick
Kenny was being
fucking
nice
like-
to me.
He's going to give it to he'll give it to fucking Alisson at some point. They obviously don't need to be in their natural position, so we'll just put Alisson up front, shall we, Valve?
No, but they're still attackers. Lukaku and
Lumber.
Ronaldo and Edouard.
Max, what about you?
Oddson, Edouard. Put Edouard up front right now.
Excellent, because
No, I
welcome
said
to North
Ronaldo.
Korea, guys.
To be fair, Edouard didn't really
Yeah.
play all the game.
I said
But I can't
Edouard.
Against
I can't
10 men.
No one gives a shit if it was 10 men or not.
Yeah.
He still performed well.
He's a dead striker
Christ.
anyway.
He came on after yeah.
Look, he scored 2 goals.
No words.
Done.
Manager of the week. I'm going to go for Patrick Vieira. Had a
Yep.
great game for Crystal
Agreed.
Palace, I thought. Kenny, he'll go Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Ole
Velshram,
Gunnar
what about you?
Arteta.
He'll go Jurgen Klopp now, won't
What?
Oh
What?
my Lord Jesus Christ. And Max, please, for the love of God, don't vote Arteta.
Patrick
Max, I'll
Vieira.
pay you. I'll give you. I was going to pay you money, but it's fine. No, it's fine.
Excellent.
Play for United.
Excellent. So we got Vieira as the
He
manager
didn't play
of
for
the
United, are
week.
you dumb?
Thank God.
No, I'm joking.
Vieira didn't play for you.
Right, cool. But
I love seeing Will get mad.
that was some.
This is a disgraceful 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna do cocaine after. Yeah, I'm gonna do cocaine. The only one that I would even question is probably Greenwood, but to be frankly honest, to be frankly honest, you just pissed. I sort of you pissed me off, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna put Greenwood in there. I was gonna put Salah in there until Valve opened his mouth. Then I just couldn't do it. So you know,
they changed it when Teddy
if any
said
Liverpool
Greenwood.
fans.
Velvet
Yeah, but it's because you kept messing around going, but it was because you kept messing around saying about Kovacic and no DMs. It started pissing me off. So I was actually going to vote Salah, and then I changed my mind the minute Velvishwan opened his mouth. So Liverpool fans,
Wait,
if you are upset about this on why,
Take care,
one minute.
Chris.
If Liverpool fans, if you see this and you know you are a bit annoyed that Salah ain't there, please do tweet at VEL_skills and blame him because it's all his fault. But Kenny, where can they find you?
You can find me at Ronaldo is here on Twitter, Kenny TV on YouTube, and Kenny United on Twitch, and also you cannot find me near Velvishwan's bed.
Excellent. Everyone needed to know that information. Velvishwan, where can they find you?
Vel's gone. Game out. Well, you can find Vel
You can find
at Vel_skills on Instagram as well.
At EFC_skills.
EFC. Yeah. He is an Everton fan, that is true. What about you, Max? Where can they find you?
I need to change my name tag actually because my Twitter has changed. You can find me on Twitter at MTHD_official, on YouTube MaxTagHD, and of course on Instagram MaxTagHD official. Putting a preview out either, I'll have to do it tomorrow night for the Hull City versus Blackburn game. So thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe. We've already passed 410, I think. So big up to you lot. I'll take a nap. Nice one.
I think we're on 420.
We're definitely over 410.
We're on 421. So big up to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. We've got Manchester United versus Young Boys. Watch along at 5:30, and then Chelsea versus Zenit St. Petersburg before the Late Show at 11:30. Let's Talk Tactics back on Wednesday before obviously Liverpool versus AC Milan, and then Thursday refs view at 4 p.m. followed by Zagreb versus West Ham watch along and the Liverpool show on Thursday, and then later on in the week we'll give you those. But until next time, thanks for watching, guys. That was an interesting show. Until next time, peace out, guys.